is Rachel, and I'm here to do a book haul. So first off, most of these are books that I either purchased right before or during the vacation that I took this summer, and I kind of went a little crazy. Like, if I found a book that I wanted, I just bought it, because I'm like, I'm on vacation, I'm gonna get it. So I got a lot of books. So first off, while I was gone, I got 2 books for Book of the Month. The first one is Sleeping Giants by Sylvain Neuvel. Sorry if I butchered your name, but this is like a kind of mystery thriller sci-fi book. Pierce Brown blurbed this and said it was reminiscent of The Martian in World War Z. So that's very intriguing. I think it's going to be fascinating, and I love the cover. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? So it's going to be interesting. It's not too long. I'm not huge with the sci-fi though, but this one caught my attention, so we'll see how it goes. Next, I also got from Book of the Month, The Queen of the Night by Alexander Chee. I heard this blurbed so many times and promoted. Everybody seems to really like it. It's about this opera singer who has this kind of mysterious past, and it all comes to light. And even though it's kind of a thick book, I think it'll be really good for this fall when you can just sit down and, sit down and snuggle in with your blanket and your cup of coffee and just plow through a book. So I think it's going to be good. While we were traveling around, I picked up some books specific to the locations. So first off, we went to New Orleans. I picked up several books about New Orleans. So the first one is Beautiful Crescent, A History of New Orleans by Joan B. Garvey and Mary Lou Widmer. And this is just kind of covering the general history of New Orleans, and I'm excited to read it, especially after we got just little snippets of history while we were touring around. Next, I picked up Ghost Hunter's Guide to New Orleans by Jeff Dwyer. We went to several of the cemetery tours, and it's gotta be one of the most famously spooky cities in the country, so I had to get a ghost one, and because I love ghost stories. I love that stuff. Even though I totally get freaked out, it's okay. I enjoy them, so I'm excited to read this and see, again, how much ties in with what we heard while we were actually there touring around. And my last New Orleans book is the Madame LaLaurie, New Orleans' Most Famous Murderess, Revealed by Victoria Cosner Love and Lorelei Shannon. And if you're unfamiliar with Madame LaLaurie, she is this awful woman who tortured her slaves way back in the day in New Orleans, and she was actually represented in American Horror Story Coven. So it was really interesting, isn't the right word, but it is. It's just so fascinating that something like this could have happened. I can't imagine that much evil ever existing. And I mean, we saw the actual house, and it just still is it still seems like somebody's making it up because it just doesn't seem real. So it's interesting to read this. I read some of it while we were touring around, and it's unbelievable and really interesting. That's the only way I can put it. Then we went to one of my favorite towns in probably the world. It's Fairhope, Alabama, which is in Baldwin County. So I picked up Haunted Baldwin County, Alabama. I don't know much about any hauntings there, so I thought that would be fun. I picked this up at their local bookstore. Next, I picked up All the Rage by Courtney Summers. I've heard great things about this, and as I mentioned in a previous video, I'm hoping to kind of incorporate themes into my TBR, and one of my themes that I would like to do in the future is rape culture and that kind of idea in literature, and I thought this would be a great book to add to that overall theme, so I decided to go ahead and grab it. I think it's going to be an interesting read. I'm excited to see how I feel after listening to so many reviews, so I picked it up. Next, I got Orange is the New Black, My Year in a Women's Prison by Piper Kerman. I finally just bought this myself because I get this from the library every time a new season comes out on Netflix because I'm just totally wrapped up in the new season. I'm binge watching it and then I want to read it. Well, if I don't read it right then, I just kind of put it down. And I've started this book several times and have never finished it. So since I have to keep taking it back to the library, I decided to get my own copy, and hopefully when I get all Orange is the New blacked out again next summer when the new season comes out, I will finish this book. Next, I picked up Losing It by Cora Carmack. I've heard a lot about this book on people's channels here, so I thought I would pick it up because it sounded interesting, and I saw it at Target, so it's now mine. Next, I found this in the discount bin at Half Price Books, and I decided to go ahead and pick it up, and that is Heartless by Gail Carriger. This is a parasol protector novel. Somewhere on my shelf I have the Etiquette and Espionage series, and I'm excited to read them all. I think it's gonna be fun. I'd like to see like how these two tie in, like the two different series, and it just seems kind of cute. And I'm really getting to the point where I like books about like boarding school type of things, especially if they have some sort of weird element. So I'm excited for this one. The next two also go with a theme. I'm hoping to read several of Leanne Moriarty's books and review them all, and I picked up two more of her books. The first one is The Last Anniversary, which, oh my goodness, look at that cover. Isn't that pretty? I just thought that was so gorgeous. And then the other one is The Hypnotist Love Story. I think that puts me at 4 of her books that I have. I have an arc of the new one that was just released. I think there's one called 3 Wishes that I don't have, and What Alice Forgot I don't have as well. So I'm looking to either pick those up or get those from the library for my theme month. Next, I saw this at Target while I was on vacation, and it just fit so well that I had to get it. I had to take it. And that is The Vacationers by Emma Staub, and I think... is it Straub or Staub? It's Straub with an R. I thought it was perfect for vacation. I'd actually kind of hoped to get into it a little bit while I was on vacation, and that didn't happen. So, I don't know. I might read it still this kind of summer, fall, or I might save it for next year when I'm on vacation, because that's just silly. I just want to read it while I'm on vacation. But I love the cover, and it's got that, like, I don't know how to describe it, that almost like rubbery texture, that like velvety rubbery texture. It's just, I love that. But anyway, I have it now. Next, I picked up one honker of a book. Look at that. Ooh, it is 3 books in one though. It is the Inheritance trilogy by N.K. Jemisin. I heard about this on Reagan's channel at Peruse Project, and it sounded really interesting. I'm not too into like high fantasy, but I don't know, she just talked me right into this one, and I found this while I was on vacation, so I decided to give it a try. Now, the question is, do I read it like one and then put it down, and then read the second one and then put it down, and then read the third one and then put it down, or do I read them all in one go? I'm not sure yet, but we will see. But mostly, it's just fun to like do the pages. So, I mean, and there's like a ton. There are, not including this little extra section in the back, which I'm not sure what that would be. What extra could you put in here? There is 1,442 pages, so it's a honker. It is a chunky book, but I'm excited. I think it's going to be fun. I like the idea of having all 3 of them together. I don't know. I'm just excited. I think it's going to be fun, and again, I can do this, so... Next, I picked up Good Is Gone by Amy Gentry. Another theme I'm thinking about doing in the upcoming months is thriller, and I think this would be perfect for that. And I love the colors on this. The pink and the yellow really grab your attention. So I'm interested definitely in this, and again, I'm hoping to maybe do like a thriller month, maybe in October. Wouldn't October, like Halloween-y, be a good thriller month? But this is on the radar for that month. Then I picked up The Summer That Melted Everything by Tiffany McDaniel. I've heard about this a couple times. I think this is going to be a really interesting like literary read, and I think because it's about like the, you know, the heat of the summer, I think it would be perfect to read like now heading into fall. So I think this is going to happen sooner rather than later. It's not too thick, and I'm excited for this one. I think it is going to be a good read. Next, I have no idea how I've not read this yet. I literally picked it up the day it came out. As a matter of fact, I couldn't find it when I walked around the bookstore, so I went up to the desk and asked them about it, and they hadn't even gotten it out of the boxes yet. So I basically made them get it out of the box for me. But that is This Savage Song by Victoria Schwab. 2 things. One, this is one of my most anticipated releases of the year, and again, I cannot believe I haven't read it yet, but it's gonna happen really soon. I'm so excited for this. But the other thing is, I don't have this one signed yet, which I'm a little sad about. I have all of my other Victoria Schwab books signed, so that's gonna have to happen again soon too. But this is gonna be read hopefully soon. We'll see. We'll see how things go. Next, I picked up The Square Root of Summer by Harriet Ruder Hapgood. And being a former math teacher, anytime they can work some math into the title, like, I have to get it. I just feel like I have to. And I'm a sucker for books about summer, so there we go. I mean, I had to get this one. I had to. Next up This was just such a cute contemporary read, and that's the kind of mood I was in on vacation, so I just had to pick it up. And that is Love and Gelato by Jenna Evans Welch. I love the cover. I love the pink. I love gelato. I love love. So I think this is going to be just kind of cute. I think something kind of sad happens. I can't remember. So I'm hoping that it's not going to be like tearjerkery. Like, I don't want to have Kleenex, but you know, I'm good for like a contemporary where something, you know, mildly sad happens and then they get over it. So hopefully that's what this is. We'll see. We'll see. And finally, I picked up A Study in Charlotte by Brittany Cavallaro. Now, this is kind of like a retelling of Sherlock Holmes. The Sherlock Holmes that this is alluding to is A Study in Scarlet. So I'm kind of hoping to pair read them. I thought that would be really awesome to read the Arthur Conan O'Doyle version and then read this version and kind of compare them. And I know this already has a sequel that's coming out I think early-ish in 2017, so I'm hoping I can pair read those as well and just kind of read them like that, you know, read the original and then the new one, and you know how that goes. So I think it'll be fun. It'll be fun to pair read them, especially since I mean, obviously I know about Sherlock Holmes, but I've never read any besides The Hounds of Baskerville. I had to read that for school back in the day, but I haven't read any besides that, so this will be a fun way to do it. And then very lastly, I picked up 2 bookmarks. The first one says, hang out and read, and it's got a little sloth on it. Do you see him? Oh, he's so cute. Baby sloth. And then the next one says, carpe librum, seize the book. I thought that was adorable. So I've got 2 new bookmarks, and I love the little sleeves that they come in, like the bookmark protectors. I just think it's awesome, and it kind of sticks out of your book so it's easier to find, even though they have the ribbons. I don't know, I like those. So that is my giant vacation book haul. So thank you for watching. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't yet, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I'd love to have you, and you'll be notified when I post all my new videos. And I think that's all that I have for you today. So thank you for watching, and I will see you again with another video soon. Bye for now. Idol, I just absolutely love it. So I'm excited. It's got good reviews. I think it's gonna be great. We're perfect. Leaving behind frantic for a simpler, more soulful way of living by Shauna.